us, Sophia. This is why you don't miss session 0. Welcome, everyone, to Detention. Woo! Okay, this is our first episode. My name is Catherine.
I'm Josephine.
And I'm Sophia.
First section will be the main section. This is where each of us spend about 1 to 5 minutes talking about a subject that we have researched. It can be whatever we want. It can really range from anything that is like culture or niche interest to current happenings. We tell each other what we think after. So who wants to start today?
I think Sophia should start.
I do think that Sophia should start. I think that Sophia should start.
Well, just gotta throw me under the bus like that. Okay, fine.
What are you talking about?
No, yeah, it's not like you weren't here for our preliminary recording
I was
session.
sick.
Right, yeah.
I was literally sick. Like, I don't know if you wanted me to like be really stuffy while speaking or anything.
We wanted you to be on the ball. We wanted you to be hustling.
All right, let's go. Okay, my topic is about college legacy.
Yay! This is so topical, Sophia.
It is
because we're
topical.
12th graders and we're all applying to college.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's very topical.
And none of us have alumni status.
Yeah,
none of us have that legacy.
None of us have that good legacy. It's probably a thing most know in Harriton, especially 12th graders, because we're all applying to college. So let me just get into the history of legacy. So the policy of legacy originated in the 1920s, coinciding with the influx of Jewish and Catholic applicants to the country's top schools. And now they continue today, placing a thumb on the scale in favor of students who already enjoy the benefits of being raised by families with elite educations. And in the past, legacy preference may have been important for regulating yield. Students are more likely to attend the school their parents attended, but as acceptance rates continue to drop drastically, it is clear that fulfilling enrollment quotas quality candidates is not a concern anymore. Which brings us to, like, should we keep legacy or not?
No, we should not.
We should not.
But also, is there something deeper than legacy that we should be fixing? So, of the country's top 100 schools, roughly 3/4 have legacy preferences in admissions. And this has been known as affirmative action for the rich and affirmative action for Caucasians.
Correct.
Oh.
Literally correct.
Oh,
that's what it says. That's literally what it says.
So
I'm hearing not a single lie.
Okay, well, it said affirmative action for whites, but I didn't want to say that, so I said Caucasians.
Oh, you just did.
You just did. You just did. Tell them the truth. Okay. We're not censoring.
Okay, so this preferential treatment for legacy admissions is anti-meritocratic. It inhibits social mobility and it helps perpetuate a de facto class system. And in short, it's an engine of inequity. There's also the important component of racial justice in dropping legacy preferences, and the practice has overwhelmingly benefited white applicants and harms first-generation immigrant and low-income non-white
Say it
students.
louder, King. Say it louder.
Louder, people in the back.
So, as people are saying, like, legacy is no small thing. Legacy admissions are no ordinary leg up. For instance, in 2011, Harvard researcher studied 30 of the nation's most selective schools and found that all legacy applicants had a 23% higher probability in admission, while primary legacy students these are students with parents who were undergraduate or worked there, had a 45% higher probability compared to their peers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Very uplifting statistics for us.
This is so good for us. I'm so excited to be accepted into college.
Yes, so excited. And there was a lawsuit in 2015 or 16, I say, against Harvard. And because of the trial, there's some eye-popping numbers that came to light. Admission rates for legacy applicants in Harvard was higher than 33%, and it was 6% for non-legacies.
Oh my God.
More than 20% of the Caucasian applicants were legacy students. So
more than 20?
Oh my God.
More than
so much. All right.
That's like a statistics problem right there.
That's a stat problem.
Yeah. So we also have like people saying like, don't these students deserve it? Don't they have like the academics to qualify and get into these colleges either way. And it raises the question, if the value of a degree is indeed generational, why do the progeny and grand progeny of graduates deserve yet another thumb on the scale? And there was a study done in Naviance that suggests that most, but not all,
Not the Naviance.
Naviance, yes, that good Naviance. The most, but not all legacy applicants are qualified for admission academically. And when you compare their ACT and SAT scores, 48% of legacy students are in that range of the colleges. 18% were below. And yeah, this shows that legacy applicants tend to be pretty qualified, but that's also because these students are most likely have highly educated parents, and that means they have more privilege, which means that they have more opportunities and more wealth that they can use at their advantage to get into these colleges.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Because I'm gonna say like a student who has like two students can both have like a 1600 on the SAT, right? But like one of them can be poor and probably have no like tutoring and no resources and have to like go out on their own to find that, versus a student who got a 1600 but was able to receive that tutoring and able to receive that higher education all their life. So like I'm gonna say this, it's more impressive that student without any of that got the 1600. Like it's much more impressive compared to like the other student who like had help and like it did well, you know?
Yeah, there's like this other argument that says that it's decreasing, like the number of legacy applicants are decreasing, but at the same time, so is the number of overall applicants. So it does not match.
Look at that stat. Look at that stat.
Yeah.
Look at that little stat detail.
Yeah. So proportionally, legacy is even a bigger advantage. Let's go.
Crying. Gonna start crying.
Some colleges have dropped legacy, and one of them is MIT, and they have never ever done it. And like the president was like, "I hate legacy. If I ever see anyone do it, I don't trust them." Okay.
King.
Also, there's
literally king.
That's why MIT is full of Asians.
That's true. Yeah. That's why MIT is actually smart kids. I'm gonna say that.
Also, the thing where they in Common App where they ask you if you ask you if you have any legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why do they need that? You know, they could get rid of that.
Every time I have to say no, it like makes me.
Every single time I have to say no, it deals with psychological damage.
I'm like, I know like 10 kids just put yes for that. I was like,
all right, Sophia, do you want to do a little popcorn situation as we do in school?
Oh yeah. Popcorn, Catherine.
I knew it. All right. I knew you were gonna do that. Definitely because I was bullying you a lot. That's why I'm in detention. But it's all right. Okay. Today I'm gonna talk about the world's oldest complaint letter, customer complaint letter. This was written in ancient Mesopotamia by a man named Nani. Literally stop laughing at ethnic names. Literally stop.
Is it spelled like Nani?
No, it's not. It's spelled Nanni. You weeb. Stop having worms in your brain. Be serious. Okay. It was written by Nani.
I better keep that part in.
We're gonna keep it in, but listen. It was written by a person named Nani to a businessman named Ia Nasir. So the letter complains. Okay, so Ia Nasir was a seller of copper ingots, and an ingot, because my essay editor didn't know, an ingot is like a little it's like a block of block.
We play Minecraft. Metal. We know what an ingot is.
Clearly she wasn't a gamer. Okay, that's for the people who didn't know. So Ian Nasir was a seller of copper ingots, and this complaint letter was talking about how not only were the copper ingots not of the grade that was promised, but also that the servant who had been sent to retrieve the copper ingots all the way up in East Arabia was treated rudely in the process of the retrieval. So that's mostly what it's about. And overall, it's been also discovered that in Ian Nasir's dwelling that there were multiple other complaint letters talking about how his business practice was like bad. So one complaint letter reads about how like a person had already paid, but then they haven't received like materials yet. And then another person had complained about how the copper grade was much lower than what they expected. So overall, Ian Nasir, world's first, just like worst businessman, just the worst. Literally just the worst. I will now be doing a reading of the complaint letter.
Can you do a voice?
Yeah, can you do
what voice
accent?
would you like me to do? What I will do.
Can you do the Valley Girl voice?
Okay, I'll do I'll do the Valley Girl.
Wait, can I?
Or
do
like I can do like
example?
a Karen. I feel like that might be fun.
What's the Karen voice?
I don't know what a Karen voice is. I haven't really thought about it yet.
Okay, well, you can just like mesh the two.
Yeah,
Okay.
and add a little bit of South in there.
I think it might be funny if I do a Mickey voice. I'm not gonna lie.
That would be funny. Oh, wait, started off as Mickey.
Okay. Okay.
I cannot to meet
A
myself.
little test run.
Yeah, little test run. Gotta warm the engine up. Gotta warm it up.
Can you say
Alright.
naughty?
Totally understand. Naughty sends the following message. Do you want me to continue? Because there's a paragraph break.
I think you should continue.
Continue.
When you came, you said to me as follows, I will give Gamilson when he comes fine quality copper ingots. You left then, but you did not do what you promised me. You put ingots which were not good before my messenger, Sitson, and said, if you want to take them, take them. If you do not want to take them, go away! Go away! There's a paragraph break. Would you like me to continue?
Can we hear the Valley Girl voice?
Yeah, let's do the Valley Girl.
What do you like take me for? That you treat somebody like me with such contempt? I have sent as messengers, gentlemen like ourselves, to collect the bag with my money, deposited with you. But you treated me with such like contempt by sending them back to me empty-handed several times, and that through enemy territory. Is there like anyone among the merchants who trade with Telmoon who has treated me this way? No, you alone treat my messenger with contempt. On account of that one trifling mina of silver which I owe, you feel free to speak in such a way while I have given you the palace on your behalf. 1,080 pounds of copper, and Umi Aboom has likewise given 1,080 pounds of copper. Apart from that, we have both like written on a sealed tablet to be kept in the temple of Samas. The temple of Samas.
What's Umia Boom?
I think that's like another servant. Like I think that all of the names that I've been mentioning, like Sitsin and like Umia Boom, is like they're like his like associates. Another voice I can.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right.
I like that one.
You didn't like that one?
No.
No? All right. Well, maybe your flight was triggered. Maybe you're thinking about those legacy people. I'm trying to think of what a Karen is. How have you treated me for that copper? You withheld my money bag from me in enemy territory. It is now up to you to restore my money to me in full.
That was good.
Okay, this is the final
That was
paragraph.
good.
That was a lot.
I know it's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's so
It was
much
a really good
emotion.
performance. Would you like me to continue, or do you want me to close with something else?
What's your other closer?
I was just gonna close with Mickey because that's like so iconic. But I can do like a Russian, but I don't. It seems like kind of somber.
Let's not do the Russian.
Let's do
All
the
right.
Mickey.
Do the Mickey?
Yeah.
Oh, take cognizance that from now on I will not accept here any copper from you that is not of fine quality. I shall from now on select and take the ingots individually in my own yard, and I shall exercise against you my right of rejection because you have treated me with contempt. All right. Thank you. Can I get a round of applause, please? Thank you. That was my little educational moment.
So before this, Catherine said that she wrote this for a supplement, right?
I mentioned it in my supplement.
So why?
It was like
naughty?
about history again. It was about history again. This is now my second complete essay about history, and I mentioned it in the opening paragraph, if you must know, Josephine.
Oh my god.
All right, Josephine, Popcorn Josephine, why don't you go?
Great. All right. So my thing is about recycling and plastic because, as we all know, that is a big problem.
Absolutely, tea girl.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I've been watching like these videos and these documentaries about like plastic in the ocean and like recycling, and it's just like so bad. Like there's so many of them, and I keep watching them. Just a little rundown. By 2025, pretty soon,
We're dead.
there is predicted to be 1 ton of plastic for every 3 tons of fish. fish. And what's even worse is that the nanoplastics or microplastics are eaten by fish, and then we eat the fish, and then we basically consume plastics. And to super small plastics that we can't see are able to pass through our pores, and they're also able to pass through the blood-brain barrier, which also attracts pathogens and toxins into our brain, which is very bad.
This is so stressful. Why? It's Friday
Yeah.
night. Why would you do
What,
this to
like
me?
the pores thing? That was a very
The
unsettling.
blood-brain
You
thing?
have,
Oh
you have to know because
Oh my
no one
God.
recycles. So plastic is made from oil or like natural gases and like ethane. They're made because they're cheap and they're versatile and they're extremely durable for like what they require. And that's why a lot of companies use it in products. It was originally made, I think, like 6 decades ago, and it really exploded in production during World War II. Since then, we have made 83 billion tons of plastic, like ever. And every year, 8 million tons of plastic are dumped into the ocean, or they find their way into the ocean. So that is very exciting for us. So when we recycle as like just like an individual, and like when like your family recycles, what's like the recycling day, like every Thursday?
Mine is every Thursday.
Okay.
Or mine is every other Thursday.
Okay. So when we do that, the trucks obviously take it and then we don't really think much of it. But actually it goes to like a plant, and only roughly 9% of what can be recycled is recycled. There could be plastic that we could recycle, but it either ends up in the trash, or maybe like our bag of plastic has something that is actually not recyclable, so they can't like use any of the plastic we recycled. So only 9% of plastic that we recycle on our own accord is actually processed all the way. And of that 9% that is recycled, depending on the country and depending on like what they want to do with the plastic, it varies on how much percent of the 9% is actually reused and like reincorporated into plastic products, like how we think recycling works. So like Germany is like the country that is like leading in like plastic reuse, and I think they are able to recover a little over 50% of the plastic that they can recycle. The least that I saw online was like Chile or Turkey. I think it's around like 1%, which is like
Slacking.
really, really bad. And
Slacking.
we're around 30%, which is not good
Also
considering
slacking.
yeah,
Yeah.
considering that 9% of plastic is recycled and 91% is not. When the plastic is like condensed in the trucks and like sorted later, some of the plastics are, well, they're sorted by like their type. There are different types of plastics and they're sorted by their type so that they can be like reprocessed. But some things, like some like single use containers and stuff, have like, maybe it has like a little like top that is a different type of plastic than the bottom, and because of that it's really hard to sort it and they can't use it. So that's like another way that our recycling does not make it in the end. And a lot of multi-plastics can't be fully recycled. So what people are doing now is that they're burning plastics along with like trash for energy, which is like fine, I guess, but it's also not fine because they release like super toxic fumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Oh my
Like what
God.
does isn't burning plastic like
Yeah.
It's really, really
like,
bad.
Yeah,
really
like sometimes
bad?
it's like cancerous, you know. Yay! Yeah, so the big problem is we keep producing this plastic, none of it gets recycled, but we keep making more. But like, where is it all going? Similar
Into
to trash.
the ocean.
Landfills.
Through like, where's it all going? What I learned from like those videos I've been watching is that when we recycle, we actually ship off like condensed shipments of plastic. We sell it and ship it to different countries. Typically it's most likely like third world countries that like just have it and like try to repurpose it, or they either like try to repurpose it, sort through it, or they just like, or it's just like dumped into a landfill, and that usually ends up in the ocean again. But China originally took a lot of our plastic from us, and they actually sorted through it and they would repurpose it. But I think a few years ago they stopped doing it because they had like too much plastic, and their streets were like full of like litter and stuff, and also because our shipments of plastic were contaminated with like stuff that was not recyclable. So they were like, we are not dealing with your stuff anymore.
We gotta stop. This
Yeah.
is toxic. toxic.
Yeah.
Not the pun.
So the reason why a lot of recycling plants will sell the plastic instead of sorting through it and repurposing it ourselves is that when you sell your little like crate of plastic, it's sold by the weight of your so-called plastic. So you sell it by the weight. But if you sort through it yourself, you might find things that are not recyclable or that can't be repurposed, and then your weight would decrease and you would get less profit from it. And also, there's like no incentive to actually recycle because recycling is more expensive than just producing new plastic. So there's just this big problem of plastic.
So what I'm hearing is that this is because of capitalism.
Yes.
All right. Well, not to be
Gotta love the economy.
Not to be a communist or anything, but capitalism is the root of all evil.
Did you see the big island like the size of Texas?
I saw that.
It's double the size of Texas.
Probably triple by now.
This is making me very stressed.
Yeah, honestly, like there's probably nothing we could do about it. Like
there's probably okay, here's the thing. I don't think there's anything that we as individual people can do, or even as like citizens, like as part of a larger community. I think that this like has to fall squarely on companies who are doing this.
Yeah, definitely. But companies have like no incentive to do it.
Exactly.
Which is so like very frustrating.
Yeah, it is like it's
also, I'm not saying no one at our school recycles, but no one at our school recycles.
Oh yeah, please share your. This is my favorite thing that Josephine does, where she gets very angry about things. Please share your grievances about our Harriton High School recycling. Please just go on like a little mini rant.
It's absolutely disgusting. It's so disgusting how many people I see dump their whole tray, their whole lunch, just a water bottle into the trash can when there's a recycling bin right next to it. Like, how hard is it to sort through your lunch? Oh my god, it annoys me so much. One time I just like dug through the trash and like put some bottles into the recycling. So I was so upset.
PSA from Josephine Kwok, guys. Sort through your trash.
I also do think that there are not enough recycling bins around the school, but
the fact that they took away the trash cans.
Yeah, there's no trash can.
There's no trash cans even.
They took away the trash cans, so they also took away the recycling bins next to the trash cans. So like, there's no recycling bins.
You know, PSA, bring back the trash cans, and also bring back the recycling that goes right next to it, and also sort through your garbage.
Yeah, very frustrating. Also, not saying like Sophia and I have been beefing with like everyone on our topics, but we have been beefing with everyone on our topics.
Yeah, it's very funny to me that I feel like a clown kind of sandwiched in the middle of these two very serious topics.
Like little breather.
That's very funny to me. All right, so we can move on to our next topic. So I'll be just explaining our two like middle topics today. We don't have guests today, but I will be explaining them. So our teacher feature is where we invite a teacher on to either clarify and elaborate on a topic of our choice that we will be talking about, or they can talk about something that they want, and we can just we can be besties for a little bit. A student feature is a volunteer, someone who wants to just come on and talk about whatever they want. They can come on and talk about a topic, or they can come out and kind of like try and promote their club or their organization, and just talk a little bit about what they do. And all of these will kind of be about the same length, which is like 1 to 5 minutes. Our next is Sarah's Dream Corner. Sarah not included.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I actually had a dream recently.
I had a dream last night, which it's kind of short, but I can still share it. Okay, so to explain this, this is where we talk about our dreams. Sarah's Dream Corner, Sarah not included, will always include calm, soothing, meditative music. So do we want to maintain our order? Do we want to keep our order? Do we want to switch it up and do a little change?
Sophia, do you have a dream?
Sophia, do you have a dream? Do you dream? Did you dream last night?
But you go first. Let's switch up the order. You go.
Okay. My dream last night. Okay, so in my dream, first of all, it was like summer. It was like very hot and very humid. And then in my dream, I knew this as like a piece of just like information that I just like seen somewhere. So I knew this to be true. But apparently, so in my dream, these little, the fish that can go out of water. Yes, no. Can I get just like a verbal reaction, please?
Yeah.
Like a teacher.
No.
I that. Guys.
Can I just get a verbal reaction, please?
I hate y'all. Okay. So there's this fish that can go out of water, right? And they can go into like sandbanks and stuff. So in my dream, I remember having seen somewhere and having known that if the air is humid enough, that these fish will be able to just kind of like go around, and they'll be able to like go out of the water for like a prolonged amount of time, because there's like enough humidity in the air for them to like stay alive. these fish, I think, in real life are like kind of rare and like only exist in like a few places. But in my dream, they were kind of like regular like house pests. They would just like kind of be around. So it was summer, it was really humid, and I remember that a bunch of these fish were crawling around on my desk and like going around places.
Ew.
And I was like,
Nasty.
so like to me, I guess for some reason in my dream and also just like societally, it was better to have these than it was to have stink bugs or like bugs straight up. So anyways, they were crawling, and it was really funny because they would just kind of be like moving forward with their little fins.
That's so sad. They're not even fast.
They weren't fast. They weren't fast. I felt really bad because the entire time I knew that if they stayed out too long, they would die, and I felt bad about it. So it was just a lot of the dream was just me trying to like scoop the fish into like little water cups, but like not touch them because I was kind of still grossed out by them. So that was part of my dream. And then another part of my dream, it was like Halloween, but it was still warm. And I think I remember that I hadn't gotten my costume yet. I hadn't gotten into my costume yet. And I think I had agreed with friends to go out trick-or-treating. So it was right before trick-or-treating. I told myself, like, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a real quick nap. Took a nap. I did not wake up on time, and then I missed it. I like only caught the tail end of it. My friends came to my house. They're like, "Where were you? Like, we were waiting for you, right?" And I was like, I know. It was so on brand. I was like, oh, what, huh? Right? And I was like, oh no, I missed it, right? So we went out, and then we only caught the tail end of trick-or-treating, and it was all like lame candy, and a bunch of the houses were already closed. And then I think I remember like in like the very final part of my dream with another group of people, I was like going to like a water park or something, and I had forgotten my bathing suit. So I like couldn't do anything. I had to buy it at the place.
Wow, this really sucks for you.
I know, a lot of things in my dream are just very like, no. All right, so that was my dream.
Okay, I like that.
Popcorn Sophia.
Okay, I'll do the nightmare one.
Oh no, okay.
So I was like looking for my mom, right? I heard something in her bathroom, so I went there and I saw my mom, and she was looking at the mirror, but her eyes were all white, and her mouth was open, and it was like, you know that like silent scream? She was just looking at the mirror like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
her eyes were white, and I had a bag of candy for some reason. I don't know.
Trick-or-treating!
Yeah, trick-or-treating, I guess.
Really, your mom was really encaustic.
Yeah, but then once I saw her, I heard my mom calling me to come downstairs for dinner.
Oh,
I don't like that.
Yeah, and then I was like 10 at the time when I was dreaming this too. And I was like, I can't curse. I was like, wow.
Wow, she can throw her voice. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. My goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, look at the top.
No.
I have to go. Yeah, so like, and then I was like so scared that I woke up and I was just like, and then like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I fainted no, I didn't faint in my dream. Yes.
So much about that is so terrifying.
Yeah, I know.
You told me about that, but I've definitely tried to take that out of my memory.
Yeah, you definitely. You're like, that's so scary, and you didn't talk about it.
This is horrible. That's terrifying.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Okay, just why don't you?
Well, my dream's kind of boring, but I haven't had dreams very much, so it's pretty exciting that I had one to begin with. The only parts of this dream I remember is that I run NHS tutoring. So if you need a tutor, you should go request.
Oh God!
Dude,
Okay.
Quick plug.
That's so lame.
So in real life, I got a tutor request requesting someone. We'll just say it's Sarah because
It's Sarah's dream.
No, because I shouldn't say a name. Yeah. So let's say this person, I got a tutor request, and they specifically requested Sarah to be their tutor. But Sarah was already tutoring a few people, and I was like, oh wow, wow.
Oh, wow.
Pause. In reality, Sarah's tutoring no one. Continue.
Yeah, so I was like, oh wow, this is so bad because Sarah's like probably already like, super busy. So during the day we had this big test, but we were like sitting in like circle tables.
So this is like a physics Socratic seminar nightmare.
Yeah.
Yes, but also it was Mr. Mac giving out the test, so maybe it was an orgo test, but it was like with kids we knew, so
Oh.
I don't know what kind of test it was, but it was like a big test on pink. And I was like walking into the room, and I found Sarah, so I went to go and talk to Sarah. I was like, Sarah, like someone requested you to be their tutor, like are you okay with tutoring this person because you already tutor like other people? And then Sarah was like, I'll think about it. I was like,
so on spot.
Oh.
I was like, okay. I was like, if you're like too busy, then I'll just like have someone else do it, because like I like felt bad because like they're already like tutoring, they're already like doing a lot of stuff. And then like while we were like finishing our conversation, Mr. Mack had already started handing out the test. So then like I remember Sophia was there. So Sophia was like calling out like my name to like go and take the test. She was like, Josephine, like, you already gave out the test. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like,
Oh, wow.
The test already started. So then I like ran to my seat, and then I started taking the test, and then I woke up. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think we should say that from now on.
I think we should say that from now on. I think we should say oh, wow from now on. That's so funny. That's definitely like a... That's definitely like a product of like the physics test that we had. That
yeah,
it's so funny.
been a rough week.
It has been a week.
Yeah, when you have a dream of like something as boring as that, like that's when you know you're.
Yeah, that's when you know.
I can't believe you dreamed about.
I dreamed about tutoring.
That's so funny.
Tonight
that's like an actual problem you have.
Yeah. Rest in peace to all of our hardworking NHS students who do all of this unpaid when they definitely should be paid. Look at this: manual labor, literally manual labor, emotional labor, mental labor. The 3 labors. This is so okay. That's so much. Okay, well, great dreams, everyone. And thus concludes Sarah's Dream Corner. Sarah not included. Our next and final section is participation grade, where everyone has to talk. And this is where we choose one piece of media that we like, and then talk about it for like briefly, and then one piece of media that we dislike because we think that there should be more negativity and bad vibes in the world. And we are here to contribute to that. All right, Josephine, why don't you go first?
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Whoa.
We're supposed to pick out a media that we liked and a media we disliked?
No, you can just like think of one like on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like something simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's participation grades.
Okay. Yeah, it's gotta be quick. You know, you're like, oh my god, oh wow, I haven't spoken all class. I gotta get that.
You gotta
get on that. I gotta get in.
All right. Something I like is the new Silk Sonic album dropped today. Very happy. So good. So good. Besides the singles, all the songs are good. The best one on the album that is not a single is called Fly As Me. I think that one
is that the best?
I think that one's the best one besides the single.
Wait, is this the Bruno Mars one or no? Is this?
Yeah, it's Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, gotcha.
Something I dislike, it's not like a specific piece of media, but I hate when documentaries talk about something like a bad issue, and then they, at the very end, they have to like spin it in like a positive way.
Ooh.
Like why? I just don't understand like why they would have to like make it a positive thing at the end. Like if it's like a bad thing that needs to be addressed, like you should make it bad throughout so that like you're like so that the person who watches it is like, oh, like this is like actually a problem. Like there's
I think it's because in the end, documentaries, while informative, are still supposed to be like entertainment, and no one likes to see entertainment that is like depressing.
Yeah, but like when they make it like happy at the end, like shouldn't be that happy.
I get that. Okay, who wants to go next?
You go next.
Okay. One piece of media that I liked is I started watching Soul Eater, which is an anime. I started watching Soul Eater because I wanted to procrastinate on all my other work, and I thought that this would be the best way to do it. Soul Eater is about a girl named Mako who wants to become a like soul eater, and she has to train with her. Listen to me. This is about to, or no, she doesn't want to train to be a soul eater, but she wants to train to be like a reaper or something. Her BFF, who is training with her, who can turn into a scythe, he is the one who is called Soul Eater, which never really made sense to me because like Maka's the main character and the protagonist, so why is it called Soul Eater, you know? But anyways, so they train, you have to eat 99 souls of like regular like evil spirits or whatever, and then you have to eat one witch soul. And at the beginning of the series, he eats a witch soul, but it's actually not a witch soul, so he has to recollect all 99 find +1 witch soul. And this is like a school thing. I think it's like fun, but also it's like kind of dumb. It's like pretty simple, but it's like cute and it has like a Halloween theme, so I think it's fun. One piece of media that I dislike Game of Thrones, but like specifically the fact that George R. R. Martin named all of the Targaryens and also just like all of his characters the same exact thing. There's like 10 characters in the Stark family named Brandon. And then like if I want to like go on their little wiki and I want to find out who's who, I gotta click through 10 guys named Brandon before I'm like, oh, okay, so it's clear that there's this Brandon and there's this Brandon and there's this Brandon. The same thing with the Targaryens. They all have the same like naming conventions. Like there'll be some guy named like Aemon, and then there'll be some guy named like Aegon, and then there'll be like someone named like Ares, and I'm like, this is the same thing. They're all insane. They're all wow, like so crazy, you know? But like the thing is, I'm like down the rabbit hole now, so I have to differentiate between all the Aemons and Aegons and Brandons and Brendans. It's so annoying. All right, Sophia.
Okay, you guys probably know, especially Josephine, that I like this piece of media. Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, I gotta talk about Narcos for a second. Talk about Narcos.
Okay, go.
I'm sorry. We were playing the Geo Seeker thing, right? The like the one where you guess where you are. They like drop you off somewhere and you guess where you are.
GeoGuessr?
Yeah, GeoGuessr. Okay. So we were playing that in Spanish and they had dropped us off somewhere in Mexico. Our teacher goes, "Why do you not think that it's Mexico, right?" And the one kid goes, "Porque no narcos tráficos." And she was like, "No!" It was so funny. All right, continue.
Oh my god. Yeah, which one?
Narcos.
Okay. So it's in all Spanish, right? And it follows like these like DEA agents who are trying to like track down this like famous drug dealer, Pablo Escobar. And he was like at one point when he was alive, the richest man alive in the world. And
King.
yeah, and it doesn't just like follow the DEA agents, but it really like tries and makes you empathize for Pablo, even though he like kills so many people. But I just had to like watch it all in subtitles, but it's really worth it because it like shows you Colombia and stuff and all the culture, and that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I like the memes where Pablo Escobar is like standing and he's just like staring.
He's always staring. Like
I
whenever
love this.
something goes wrong, he has like the mustache. He just like
I love
like
when he does
stares.
that. It's so
Yeah.
funny. He looks so pensive. All right.
Yeah.
One thing that you dislike.
Yeah. The piece of media. Well, this is like multiple, but I hate when people hate watch media. So then it gets like a second season. Like
Oh,
like-
that's true. That's true.
Like Winx Club or whatever. Like they're
Winx
getting
Club.
a second season.
Winx. Oh yeah.
Oh, not the
Like
Winx Club.
did that need a second season? Come on, guys. Or like
yeah.
what?
Winx Club was disappointing.
Kissing Booth 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Who even watched that?
I
Why
didn't even know
would
there was a
you-
kissing booth. I didn't even know that there was a kissing booth too.
Why would you guys?
All right. Well, look at us, a group of haters.
Yeah.
I think this is a good way to end our thing. Do we have anything else? Do we have any other sections? No, right?
No.
All right. There's one secret section that will be revealed in time.
Oh god.
All right. As always, this was Detention. Thank you all for joining us, and good night.
You're dismissed.
You're dismissed.